Proposition resolved that the United States federal government should substantially increase the federal minimum wage rate. Observation 1, ill. A, without the intervention from the United States federal government, millions of workers will continue to suffer due to a low federal minimum wage. Paul Lay, 2019. The debate and research surrounding minimum wages typically concern employment, work hours, poverty, work inequality, automation, and job quality. These factors, employment through job quality widely research, are possible social determinants of health. Moreover, there is corresponding literature on the effects of income on health. Observation 2, blame. A $7.25 federal minimum wage in the United States is insufficient. Low minimum wage rates lead to working families resorting to relying on federal assistance programs. Sylvia A. Greto, PhD, 2013. Nearly 3/4 of enrollments in America's major public health benefit programs are from working families, but many of them work in jobs that pay wages so low that their paychecks do not generate enough income to provide for life's basic necessities. Median pay for core frontline fast food jobs is $8.69 an hour, with many jobs paying at or near the minimum wage. Benefits are also scarce for frontline fast food workers. An estimated 87% do not receive health benefits through their employer. Observation 3, cure. Therefore, I present the following plan. The United States federal government should enact the Raise the Wage Act of 2019, increasing the federal minimum wage in increments from $7.25 to $15 from 2019 to 2024. Observation 4, Solvency Economic Policy Institute 2019, gradually increasing the minimum wage to $50 by 2024 would directly lift the wages of 22.5 million workers. On average, low wage workers receive a 3-10 increase in their hourly wage in today's dollars. For a directly affected worker who works all year, that translates into a $5,100 increase in annual wage income, a raise of 31.3%. All told, the raising the minimum wage in 2015 and 2024 would directly or indirectly lift wages for 41.5 million workers, 29.2% of the wage earning workforce. The raising wage floor would generate $144 billion in additional wages, which would ripple out to the families of these workers and their communities. Questions?
Did you say 50 or 50?
15.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm sick, so it's not working out well for me.
So how will that affect a person who, say, can only employ 25 employees and they have to increase their wage, but their profits, can't keep up?
Do you mean like as far as like they'd be able to hire less, or?
No, would it affect in people losing their jobs once the minimum wage is raised to $15 an hour for people or companies or businesses who cannot sustain paying $15 an hour?
Yeah, so it's obviously definitely possible, but on average, people who work in these types of jobs where they get paid minimum wage, the turnover is so quick because I totally did not set the time for this. Sorry.
You have like a good 2 minutes, like 15 seconds.
Okay, cool. So the turnover for everybody working in minimum wage type jobs usually ranges from like 3 months to 6 months. They're constantly finding another job. So by raising the minimum wage, it's possible that that some people could lose their jobs. There wouldn't be as many jobs available per se. But the people, when they get their jobs, are more inclined to keep the jobs because they're more motivated because they're making more money, obviously. But there's so many companies already doing this. Amazon, which is like the Whole Foods, Target, In-N-Out, they're all starting at 15 and going up. So it's
right. It's doable for the big
bigger
guys.
ones, yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense, yeah.
Are you worried then for some of the bigger restaurants like say McDonald's, Burger King, things like that there might be a push for automation, as in they would replace some of the cashiers with giant consoles for the customers themselves to order from? Does that make sense? Like there's automation.
Yeah. Honestly, I never read that anywhere, but that's a good concern.
Because some places are doing
They're
it.
already doing it, yeah. Like Taco Bell, I think, has already started it. McDonald's has started it, so it makes sense, yeah.
Is minimum wage supposed to be an income that you can live off of?
Unfortunately, a lot of people who work in the minimum wage types of jobs are like immigrants, like minorities. So for a lot of these people who aren't able to go to college, don't have that college degree, it's their only option. So for single mothers, like they need a livable wage to help pay for their kids. Also, part of this is saying that these people who work in these jobs don't get any kind of health care, so they're resorting to like government assistance programs. So it's not a livable wage, but it needs to be because some of these people, like that's their only option.
Do you think there's just presenting your arguments, there's a reflection of our education system? It's like students, especially people of communities of color, minorities, are ended up taking these minimum wage jobs because of the disparities of the education system itself. In other words, schools are not doing the job in preparing students for in the real corporate world. In other words, there's lack of opportunity if you do not take advantage of the education. What's your response to it? Like, there's a correlation, or what's just like a little? I want to know your thoughts about it.
I don't know if there's necessarily a correlation, but for some people, that's not even an option to like go to school or not.